Hello everybody, this is Josh Beiser from GameWisdom.com, and tonight I am playing some Diablo 3 hardcore play. Diablo 3 is a game that I've been playing on and off for, wow, I don't even know how many hours I'm up to at this point. And I want to play it online or play it live because this season I've just really fallen out of reasons to keep playing the game. So I figure having you guys watch and see how well I keep dying may be a good motivator to stay concentrating and hopefully make it through the hardcore, all the way to level 70, as I've died several times already. Now, since this is the first time I'm playing Diablo 3 and streaming it, in terms of the video quality, let me know what you think, as I'm playing it with it stretched to fit my screen for OBS. Because the other way, it just is, because it takes up too much of the screen. So first thing, I'm going to load up a different character, since we'll start this fresh. This is my regular guy play, and I already have someone else. Don't mind the names for these characters, because I'm horrible with creating inventive names. So I'm playing as the monk, and this is the character. He's sort of like a hybrid of the melee classes. He has a little bit of spells and a little trickery, but he's mainly about fighting. And he's one of my favorite classes. Pretty much my top classes are Witch Doctor, Crusader, Demon Hunter, Monk, Barbarian, and then Sorcerer, in that order. So I do like this class. I was thinking about playing as another Crusader, but I already played the hell out of them in the first season. I played the hell out of the Witch Doctor in number 2. So I want to do some more of this. So to get things going, we have the different difficulty levels. For those of you who haven't played Diablo 3 lately, as you go up in difficulty, it raises your experience bonus, and of course makes the game a lot harder. The Torment levels, Torment 1 to 6, this is for high end when you've hit the cap and you've got a bunch of legendaries. For starting out, I found Expert is the safest. Normal and hard are just too damn easy for me. And then we're going to probably move up to Master, and then once we hit probably level 20, 30, we'll probably take the risk of going to Torment. We're going to choose the Adventure mode. This lets us go anywhere in the game, go on a variety of quests, and it lets us avoid all the annoying story cliches and whatnot. So, we're ready to go. Let's load this up. Oh wait, but first, I'm going to put in my little friend, Bones, yep. And some wings, and just some little stuff from pre-order goodies. Oh, there's my pet. Let's do this. And as I'm playing, I'm going to talk about why the certain elements that Blizzard has changed and altered have made me fall out of love with the game. Because it's not just one thing, it's a lot of little details and little changes they've made. Okay, one second, I just want to check things here. Alright, that looks good. Okay, so we are in adventure mode, so everything is basically open from the start. And just a few little basic things for those of you who've never played Diablo 3. First, we have your attributes. Each class has a primary attribute. For our character, the monk, it's dexterity, and the primary attribute will raise the character's damage capability. So if I was a barbarian, I would want more strength. If I was a witch doctor, I would want more intelligence. Now, the reason why the Demon Hunter and the monks get higher damage percentage for their primary stat is probably because these classes are considered more the glass cannon style, or higher damage, but at the risk of lower defense. We got a weapon equip here. We got a bunch of skills which I will be going over as we start playing. Now for the monk, his special resource is Spirit, and this is generated by attacking and using specific skills. And then I basically use the Spirit in order to use some of my more fancier skills. We have some followers here. In the normal game, you would have to unlock these over time, but here, you can have them from the start. I like the Enchantress because she can stun and basically mess with the enemies for you. Okay, so we're right now in considered Act 2, but again, I can play this at any of the acts here.
There ain't no guards around.
First things first, I want to equip some weapons, because this basic one just ain't going to do it. Okay, at this point, I don't really care about stats, I just want something better than what I'm currently wearing.
I dig this stuff up, clean it off, and drag it here to sell it. You want any?
As the shepherd watches over him.
And what do you have?
Color means wealth.
Alright, this should be good enough to get started. We have a blacksmith who I can forge items using materials I get from breaking down weapons items I don't need. This is all the stuff that I have stored from my previous characters. But let's get to the combat, shall we? This is the map of the game. We have each one of the 5 acts. Number 5 is from the last expansion. And we're going to go with number 1, because the enemies are a little simpler here, and should be a little bit easier to stay alive. First, I'm just going to go to the old ruins. There's no quests here. I just want to get a few levels on me. Maybe find some loot. Alright, here we go. It's combat time. Now, I am playing on hardcore mode, which means if I die, it's over for this character. Oh, we got some guys here. You can see this guy is special because his name is Blue. Oh, I killed before I could actually describe him, but don't worry, there'll be a lot more of those as we get into this game. Okay. Now, for each level, I unlock something in my skill category. The first thing I got is a new secondary, and these skills will unlock over time. So this is my first skill that uses my resource spirit. As you can see, costs 50. And I want you to notice something very special about what what Blizzard did with Diablo 3. If you look at the descriptor, it says, unleashes a deadly roundhouse kick that deals 755% weapon damage as physical. This is a major change in the design of these types of ARPGs. In most of them, damage is calculated via flat rate, so a skill will do maybe 20 to 30 points of damage, or 75 to 100. By doing this and making it a percentage base, it means that all the skills will automatically scale up as you level up and gain more attacks or gain better equipment. This is actually a very smart decision by Blizzard because it makes sure that none of the skills lose viability. They all will keep their same function, and it's not like other ARPGs where a lower level skill you won't use because it doesn't have the damage to match your higher up. So we're going through this. You can see we're killing these guys pretty easily. 1, because we're on expert, and 2 is because I have 2 weapons equipped. And we just went up in level again. These lower levels are going to go by really quickly because of the fact that we're playing on expert. Some new boots. This is a crafting material. We'll be getting a lot of those as we go on. We unlocked our second primary. So you can see the difference is that this does more damage. This has a chance to knock enemies in the air, and it has a longer range. My last character I went for the monk was a dodge-based character, and it really didn't work out well. So I'm going to go for more damage this time and see how things go. Alright, I think we got enough good stuff. We don't need to listen to that. So let's go to our first quest, the Matriarch's Bones. Gotta teleport over there, of course. And you're going to see the pop-ups from my friends and everyone on playing in the bottom left. That, unfortunately, I can't do anything about, I think. Alright, oh, we have an elite character. You can see he's throwing a lot of crazy stuff on the ground. This purple thing is an arcane shot. If I run into the purple beam, I'm going to take a lot of damage. So I gotta watch out for that. The red is fire. It will do damage while I'm standing in it. So this is how Blizzard makes it a lot easier to compare stats. If you look at the I Am Adventuring Shoes, it shows that the stat changes are damage, toughness, and recovery. Those are my 3 primary means to judge my character's abilities and viability. So by wearing this, it's going to increase those by 0.5%, which is obviously a bonus, so I want to equip that. Later on in the game, when you start finding equipment that gives special perks to either specific skill types or things like critical chance, you'll have to weigh those in favor of these flat benefits. Alright, so for this quest we have to kill 50 guys, and then we have to complete this quest. Again, we're playing on expert, so this should not be any trouble, and if it is, it will be very embarrassing for me if I die here. We have another skill. So now we have an elite enemy. You can see it's the gold color one. And all elite enemies come with minions, as you can see. Knockback, as these guys will do, means it can push me back and then slow me for a few seconds. So let's deal with this very quickly. There we go. Dead. Those red orbs are health potions. The yellow one gives me a special perk for a few minutes. I basically have a chance of sparking light, like golden lightning on my character. Okay, just gotta pick these guys to victory. Now my follower will get skills, but it will happen over time. Alright. We're at the quest now, so all we have to do is recover some bones. Alright. Now in order to get my spirit back, I do need to get some more damage onto these guys. So watch. You can see it's filling up. Because we got the bones, and we have this little boss to fight here. Oop. I can blind them with that new skill. It has no cost for spirit, but it does have a cooldown.
Not enough spirit.
Okay, thank you. Deal with these guys first, and then we can focus on him. Okay. Come on here. Okay, they've been blinded, so I'm safe. Look, he's talking. And dead. To wrap up the quest here. I also get a huge experience bonus, or huge for this level at least. This should level me up at least once, maybe twice. Alright. And I'll get some loot. I should. There we go. Let's see. Anything that is better than what I have? No. Except for those boots. Might as well put the bell on just because. We got a new skill. So now my choices are, I have to decide how many skills or what skills are going to fill up my 6 slots at the bottom. So this skill just keeps doing 309% damage, which means that after 2 hits, it will do 780. You know what? I want to take it because I'm trying to experiment just to keep things fresh. So you can see I'm just running around doing that. And now we'll move on to another little village and see what happens, or another quest. Sure.
I need spirit.
Again, you can see I'm taking some decent damage from these guys because I don't have a lot of good gear on, and the monk class doesn't have any real defensive bonuses compared to the other ones. So in order to get this nice reward here, I gotta complete these 4 other quests. So we'll go. Let's go to the Fields of Misery. Now the game features a scaling curve for how enemies and loot are generated. Every time I go up in level, the game will basically raise everything up. So right now, I'm fighting things at level 5. So I'm going to find level 5 equivalent gear and fight level 5 equivalent enemies. Once I hit like level 30, I'll fight those. So this is a way that every area, again, remains viable. And it's a way of basically gating the player. It means that I'm fighting everything that I'm supposed to be fighting at this level. Now, of course, I can make things harder for myself by raising the difficulty. Okay. Now, our first thing we've just got are skill runes. These are ways that you can modify the skills to give them a little bit more personality or more diversity to them. So this skill, Fist of Thunder, so you can see this is its basic form. And with the skill rune, now it will release electrical shock waves that will do some additional damage. It's always better to have a rune equipped. And as we get later on, we'll have to define a build which makes use of all the skills we want and all the good skill runes. Alright, this could be a little tricky. We got a lot of guys here. So I'm going to use that. Oh wait, I can just run around.
I need spirit.
Now, it's important when you're playing on hardcore mode to have a plan B skill, something to get out of trouble. So I think I'm going to be using this Tempest Rush as my plan B. If I go without anything, there's a good chance that one bad encounter could kill me. This is a way of hedging my bet and making sure I'll survive a little bit longer. Okay. Every class seems to have this kind of like rapid fire skill, I think, or at least most of them.
I don't have enough spirit.
Okay, blind them. Okay, we gotta kill everyone in here for the achievement or for the quest. Okay. Let me check this out quickly. 1 second. Alright. Okay, back to it. Now I am playing on technically single player, and that will allow me to pause the game and give me at least a few seconds of breather. If I open this up to the public, there's always a chance that I won't be able to pause and something may mess me up and then I will die. Okay, I'll finish these guys off. This early stage is probably going to be pretty boring for a lot of people watching, but it should go by relatively quickly. This isn't really doing much. Let me see here. Every third hit deals her, Oh, it splits the damage. That's what this rune does. Some runes are good against multiple enemies, some are good against single. Again, it's really how you're going to define yourself that determines your viability. So this Tempest Rush is basically my primary way of dealing damage, but of course it costs Spirit. And every class has a different resource generator and means to acquire it. The Sorcerer has energy that recharges really quickly. The Demon Hunter has 2 different resources that charge different ways and fund different abilities. So there's a lot of decent variety. My only problem with the game is I've played it so much that it's become very routine for me. I've lost several characters just due to simple malaise of getting bored and not concentrating on the game. Alright, we got another elite guy, not back again. So this is why I have the Tempest Rush, because it allows me to escape if I need to. As long as I have the resources.
Do you see that enemy over there? Let us cleanse it from this land.
Thank you, sorcerers. So keep running around till they die, hopefully. I have to wait for my health potion to recharge, of course. Again, I have to be really careful because I am playing this on hardcore. So I'm not going to be taking as much risk as I would if I was playing this with infinite lives. A bunch of my friends play this on softcore mode, and it's just gotten too boring for me, again, just from playing the game too much. Alright. And dead.
Mind is stronger.
Thank you. Alright. So this doesn't really do much for me because it's intelligence, and my primary stat is dexterity. And you want to raise your primary stat because, again, it affects your actual offense ability. We went up in levels and we unlocked another skill rune, but I'm sticking with Tempest Rush, so it doesn't really matter to me. Now I'm going to go back to town because I've leveled up enough that I can make use of the crafting. And this is the main way you're going to fill it in the holes of your gear. Okay. So we have these items available, and as I go up in level, more will become available to me. So we're going to craft this. And I want to talk a little bit about the system. If you look up there where it says Apprentice Broadsword, this shows what the possible item that's going to be. It says +4 random magic properties. That tells me that when I create this item and use those resources, it's going to create a sword that has 4 random stats. And if you look over here, you can see the 4 stats. Now this will be different every time that I re-roll this item. And the reason why you want to keep these higher tier items, for this is a yellow so it's rare, is that it holds more attributes. So I'm going to put this here. You can see this blue item only has 1 right now. We're going to be dual wielding because we're badasses, of course. So let's see, we're just going to go through here, and again, just do this just to get some gear going. Wish they made this a little quicker. Okay, there's that. And I think that's all we can do for right now. Now I can salvage the rest of the stuff. This will give me the resources I need for later ones. Okay. Can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with that. Alright, we're a little bit more beefier, so that should help us out. Now, even though I can wield different weapons, it doesn't change how my attacks are going to function. It's all based on what my primary attack is. So if I equip a one-hand knife or a two-hand axe, it's all going to look the same way. The weapon determines the actual impact of my attack, as well as the attack speed. So if I was using a two-hand mace, these fist attacks right here would be slower. So we need to find a named enemy named Red Rock. Here we have a shrine. You can see I am just kicking a lot of ass now thanks to my new weapon. But I want to find more. Now playing on adventure mode, it also means that the enemies are going to be different each time I come back to this area in subsequent plays. Again, that's to keep things a little bit more variety. Okay. When we hit level 10, our options for personalize our character will grow. Okay, we got to deal with these guys, raise our spirit back up. Got a little dungeon over there. Okay. You can see my friends who are playing with full level 70s are finding a lot of great gear. That's what happens when you hit the end game. It's just loot, loot, loot. And hopefully I'll be able to show that in these videos. Okay, gotta deal with this guy. That poison will do a lot of damage if I stand near it or in it. Oh, we're almost at another level. When I get close to the name guy, it will flash on my minimap in the upper right. When I hit level 15, I'll be able to pick a skill for my follower, too. Okay, hopefully we'll find some good stuff. Oh, there's our mark. And we have an enemy, or a special enemy. These guys are teleporters, which means they will, of course, teleport around. And as you go up in difficulty and level, these elite and special enemies will gain more modifiers to them. So later on, I may fight a teleporter, lightning enchanted, plague enemy. Again, it's to make things a lot more challenging, and to keep the game from getting too stale when you go up in level.
My understanding grows.
Okay, one more left. And then we'll get at least a little bit of loot from him. Okay, we got a crossbow, which we can't use. Got a new defensive skill. We actually have a heal I could equip. And I think I will equip the heal. You never know when having a second source of healing will help. Oh, and we have a treasure goblin up there. If I can kill them in time before he leaves, I get a bunch of loot. But of course he's going to be running away. So I have to be careful not to chase him into too many death traps. See, he's a running. I can chase him down somewhat with my monk. Oh, and there's our boss. Or our name guy. Can we kill this guy? Can we? Oh my goodness, it's getting very stupidly dangerous.
I don't have enough spirit.
Oh, crap. Run away! We kind of pulled like a small army. Alright, well, sorry, Treasure Goblin, I can't deal with you. We almost died. Okay, we need to get far enough away for their detections to reset. Yep, he escaped. Again, it was a choice between loot or death. Okay, we should be able to handle these guys. Again, I have healing, so in case things get too low, I can, of course, heal my way out. Like so. Whew, that was close. I don't want my friends making fun of me again for dying at such a low level. I play hardcore, that's why. Okay. Again, I don't have a lot of skills available because, of course, I have to keep leveling up to unlock them. Which is why you want to wait until you go into Master and Torment mode, so you have a lot of your skills and your build is pretty much established. At this point, I'm just playing around. Okay, we got a new belt. Even though it doesn't have my primary resource, it has some primary attribute, it still has something to help me. Now our enemy was all the way up there again, and so is that small army of guys. There he is. He has the mortar ability, you can see by him flinging all those fireballs at me. And he's molten, which means he will spawn lava along the ground. Oh, I dodged that. Oh, and he's dead, that's good. And when a molten enemy dies, he releases that explosion, which you do not want to be caught, obviously. We got a shield I could equip instead of my second weapon. First, we gotta deal with these guys. Oh, damn, a lot of fighting normally. Let's keep going with that hack and slash. I still have to kill. Oh, gotta get that poison first. I have to kill 125 guys total. So 23 to go. Alright, we'll equip that, because right now the shield actually gives me more offense than dual wielding. I can also just wield a two-hand weapon for enhanced damage as well. Alright. Too bad we couldn't get that treasure goblin, but we didn't really have a choice. 20 more. So I figure for these videos, we'll probably do maybe one complete set of quests, maybe 2 or 1.5, depending upon the time. You can see I'm draining my spirit pretty quickly because this skill just keeps channeling it as I'm using it, as you can see. One of these days I should do a Hearthstone video, just to show how much I suck at that game. Alright. Almost there. 7 more guys. Where are you? There we go. There's a few more. Again, I should keep my health above 50% when playing on hardcore. Leveled up. And my level up has killed all the enemies around. We got another skill category. And I can mix and match the skills any way that I want. So with this, I can now dash, which is another really good get out of trouble skill. Let's see. Got another rune for that. Alright, let's get going. 2 more. We'll do Bone Slag. And I can, of course, fight the bosses in the game anytime I want. But on hardcore mode, you really want to wait until you know what you're doing and your skill set is done before you try and take on a boss, because you can't escape from that. Alright. Gotta kill 100 enemies here. Ah, skeletons. The old fancy standby. Wipe them all out. Oh, and we got a cursed chest. That's a mini event. But first, I want to deal with these little guys here. So cursed chests are little mini events that challenge you to kill a lot of enemies quickly to unlock the chests. I want to make sure I'm completely clear of enemies first. Alright, so what do I have to do? I have to kill all the enemies that are about to pop up. There they are. A lot of guys. Okay. And they all have to die, almost out of time. Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh, by like half a second I missed. Alright. Okay, and cry over spilled milk, I guess. Okay, we're almost at level 10. Oh, we got a bunch of guys here. I use my dashing strike to basically cover the whole field. Gotta watch out for that heavy melee attack, because that will do a lot of damage with multiple guys that could easily kill me if I'm not careful. Alright, gotta find the named monster. He's gotta be around here somewhere. Release some fire to help me out. Alright, we got the vortex and modifier. This means I can be pulled towards the enemies. This is basically a means to keep me from escaping. There we go, level 10. And my reward for hitting level 10 is I've unlocked a passive skill. You can see down here that I can have a max of 4 once I hit level 70. So these are further ways of specializing your character. So for my level 10, I have 2 choices. Increased movement speed, or any damage I deal reduces enemy damage. I think that sounds really great. And I do really love this skill system in Diablo 3. I like it a lot better than the old putting attributes in one at a time thing of older ARPGs. Excuse me. One second, I'm going to grab a drink. And the reason I like it is that it allows you to create any build you want, and you don't need to worry about having to screw yourself due to min-maxing or not having enough skill points or stuff like that. The problem, though, of course, is that it does limit what you can do based on the choices available. But I think I do prefer this compared to the older style. Alright, killed all the enemies, or enough enemies for the quest. Now he's got to find the boss. Okay, we want to close these up to prevent zombies from coming out. And of course you can see the boss is getting closer to me. Close that up as well. So now with that skill, that passive in effect, these enemies are doing 25% less damage whenever I deal damage to them. You can see the little stars above their head, hopefully. Alright, who do we have over here? Okay. Kill these guys first, just to make it easier on myself. So this is a big boy right here. Again, I gotta watch out for his super mace attack when he slams it down. Like right there. Ooh! Even I turn around and he's still. Okay. He teleports, of course. And he creates those walls so I can't get past them. But I can still avoid his attacks. And you should be dead now. Got another shield. Not bad. All shields, as you can see, they have a chance. Oop, I hit the wrong key. 1 second, folks. There you go. Alright, so every item you can see has a chance of, the shields have a chance of block. And that block stat is random. That is very critical for playing as a Crusader because their block chance actually impacts their skill damage for some of their abilities. Now, if you look right now where it shows the next to the attribute, it has a number range. That is the possible range that the numbers can roll. So you can see that for this weapon, the 4 to 5 fire damage, it could appear between 3 and 5. So it could have been 5 to 5, it could have been 3 to 4, whatever. This is a way of further allowing you to see just the range that these items can drop. Alright, one final quest for this, and then I will do a time check and see what we're up to. Some of these quests are new in the recent Season 3 patch. Alright, got some big spiders here. But we should be able to handle them. And we're about to level up again. So I need to get to these cocoons. Oh, we got it. Oh, good, another freaking waller. Okay, gotta deal with these guys, of course. Again, having 2 healing items or 2 healing abilities is going to be really helpful just in terms of keeping my survivability up. And I can escape thanks to my Tempest Rush or my Dashing Strike. Alright, we got a staff. I can't use this, but she can.
A lovely piece.
Got a new skill. Let's see, Crippling Wave. Slows attack speed. And it does 155% damage. So it's not as strong as this, but it will make enemies weaker. So I think we're going to try this out. Tempest Rush now. Oh, this is really good. This increases the damage to 500% as opposed to 390. And it lowers the cost down to 25. Oop. Gotta deal with this guy first. You can see my attack has changed. So I switched to Crippling Wave. Okay. So now my Tempest Rush is going to look different, as you can see, thanks to the skill rune that I put on there. So this is going to be really nice. Now I weaken enemies with the passive skill, and this Crippling Wave makes them even weaker. Okay, so we have to find 6 of those royal cocoons. Whoop, we just obliterated that. Okay, so we gotta deal with this. So with these skills, I'm really good at fighting multiple enemies, since all my attacks hit around or through enemies. Alright, what do you have in here? Oh, we got an elite.
I need
Okay. Again, I can heal pretty easily. And I should also pick up weapons and items that give me life on hit, which is going to be really good, or regenerate health. this guy. And his little buddies too. Okay, come on. Because they're elite enemies, they of course have more health than the normal variants. And they get weird random names like that up there. Alright, let's move away from these webs. Let's keep them in attack range. Chasing around. Okay, almost done. There we go. And we got a rare belt. Good. Okay, gotta get to those 5 points. Oop. We got an elite wallet. Okay, another one of these guys again, unfortunately. Good news is these little spiders, they may do a lot of damage, but they have lower than normal health, so their elite versions have lower health compared to other elite or special variants. Just gotta make sure they stay near me. And as I'm going through this, when you hit level 30, that's when you should unlock all your main skills. And then the rest of the time will be filling out with skill runes, I believe, and passives. And dead. So these guys, oh, they're charging me, but again, this character, what we have so far, build-wise, this is good for fighting multiple enemies. Okay, anything interesting? Nope, we saved a man. Alright, 2 down, 4 to go.
Wounds are closing.
Okay. Staying in the plague area, so that's dealing damage. Okay, another person saved. And we can move on. Maybe we'll find another treasure goblin too. Okay. Kicking ass, but again, you gotta be really careful and hardcore. Anything good? Nope. Another elite. Uh-oh. Electrified. This means as I hit them, they're going to spit out electricity, as you can see. This is a classic threat from Diablo 2, and it's just as a pain in the ass then as it is now. It means I also have to retreat a little bit more in case the electricity will wipe me out. So I make sure my health stays up. This is going to be painful. Okay, just gotta keep on healing. Okay, just 2 left, one. There we go. Just gotta deal with him, and pick up these health orbs to refill things up a little bit. Uh-oh, getting close. Anything good? No. And having things broken down by your 3 main attributes is good because it lets you quickly see, you know, what item is good, what's bad, and that kind of thing. So we just gotta run over here. And the last cocoon is all the way up here. Oh no, wait. I need 2 more, but we found them. First, we got more annoying spiders. Come on. I should also see about crafting some new weapons soon, too. It seems like we're really not doing damage equal to what we're fighting. Okay, what do we have up here? Oh, another one? Molten. which means that they're going to be spilling lava down, as you can see, and will hurt me if I'm running into it. And when molten enemies die, of course, they will spit out a little mini explosion to deal with. These guys are becoming babies, which is good. Means they're not focused on attacking me. Okay. We'll return back to town if I can, because I definitely need some more offensive ability. We should be leaving their range.
I am returning to town.
No. Man, these guys are persistent, aren't they? Come on. One should be dying. There we go. And again, watch out for that molten lava or molten explosion. There's another one. Oh, gotta get out there. Come on, almost done. Oop. Let's go, come on. Again, these elite enemies are very annoying in the early stages because I don't have a lot of skills to do damage on them. Or good gear. Okay. We'll head back to town quickly. I just want to make sure there's nothing that I'm missing in terms of crafting. Because things will unlock at different levels. Come on. Okay, let's see what we got. Level 7, level 9, no, nothing there yet. But perhaps some better gloves. Much better. And we got a helmet. There we go, my guy's looking more and more presentable as time goes on. This should make a huge difference once we get back. Again, we want to salvage what we don't need. And I can just drop this stuff on the ground. Now these keystone fragments are another option I can use for grinding out content, and that is going into a rift, which is a randomly generated area where I can get a lot of loot, and basically it condenses a whole dungeon to like a few floors. Okay, we know where the last one is. Even though we don't have any new weapons, the gear enhancements should affect things dramatically. Alright, almost there. Again, you can see just how much more damage I'm doing. This is why you want to keep your gear up to date with what your current level is. Alright, get level 12. New active skill, good. So this costs 75 spirit and does 835 damage. I think this is still pretty good, especially as we use it as a backup emergency escape. Alright, quest is completed, and by completing all the quests, we've cleared this act. Now when I restart the game, I'll be able to do this again and again and again for experience and whatnot. Okay, so doing this cache will drop a bunch of random stuff. When you hit the level cap, it will have a chance of dropping special legendary items. And each act, I believe, has a specific special legendary item that it could possibly drop from these caches. And we got nothing really of value, I think. Yeah, nothing. Fortunately, that's to be expected since we are still pretty low in level. Alright, I want to do a quick pause. I just want to do a time check here. We're at just under an hour in terms of this recording session. And let's see. I think we got time for a few more. I want to hit at least level 20 before I attempt one of the bosses, though, just to be on the safe side. These are our gems, of course, which we can slot into items that have sockets to enhance their abilities. I got a bunch of gems here. Alright, so... anything quick. Act 5 can be a pain in the ass, because you can be ambushed, and these are just very dangerous there. Act 3... yeah, why not?
Very dangerous.
Alright. We'll do like a quest or two here, and I think we'll wrap it up then. Because again, I can't see myself playing Diablo 3 for like hours at a time like I used to. Just because I've played it so much already. Alright, gotta find the battlefield stores. Which is usually very early. There we go. You can see different environment, which means, of course, different enemies to deal with. Right, going down. Oop. Got some summoners, which means they can keep bringing skeletons all to life. Or unlife, I guess. Fortunately, I can just charge right to them and then kick their ass. So.
This fight is over.
Alright, that just isn't too bad. Once you kill these guys, the skeletons are pretty much fodder. We need to find our way upstairs in order to get to where the quest is. But you get a little experience bonus for killing all these enemies in like a row. There it is. Alright, where are those stairs? They could be anywhere. Just ran through them all. We got a new active skill as well, Exploding Palm. That's a pretty decent one. And I'll explain why once we just clear out these little guys. Alright, so what Exploding Palm does... let me get back over here. There we go. Is it causes an enemy to bleed, and if they die while they're bleeding, they explode into an area effect damage of, look, 2,700 or 2,770%. That's a lot of damage. And it can really just be perfect for clearing out massive guys. So I'm going to replace my Dashing Strike with that. So basically I'm going to do a 1-2 punch of Dashing or Exploding Palm and then Tempest Rush. Right, so Mark 1. With that, you can see how much it's just clearing them all out when they die from the Exploding Palm blast. The only catch, of course, that it costs a lot of spirit. I just unlocked a passive that lets me possibly regain spirit a little quicker. Or it will do it. Well, I have to get rid of my big 20% damage reduction on enemies. I think I really like that too. Uh-oh. Got a lot of company here. I want to focus one enemy down so my Exploding Palm will tick off. So you'll see, boom. Oh, I got a little achievement, yay. Got another crossbow, I can't really use that. Get back here, you. Now, once I level 20, I'll be able to equip a second pass set, which means I have to decide how I will specialize further. Okay. We got the monk-specific two-hander. Increases my attack pretty well, but lowers my other stats pretty drastically. Alright, I hear laughter, which means we got more of these guys. Get back here, you can't escape me. You can see how much I'm loving this exploding palm. Okay. Cool. And dead. Alright. Still haven't found the way up yet, though, and this is a pretty big area. Alright, where are you? Okay, anything over here? No. And she'll get her first skill in 2 levels. Alright, where is that exit? Or staircase up? Ah, perfect. A bunch of guys standing together. It's a great way to use my exploding bomb. Oh, and we got another treasure goblin. But we really want to clear these guys out before we attempt to deal with him. Yeah, I gotta kill these skull summoners or just keep bringing those guys back to life. Guard. He's been alerted, he'll start moving any second. Alright, now we gotta deal with this goblin before he escapes. So once I can keep hitting him, it will reset his little escape, but it only works so many times. Get back here, you can't outrun me. Okay, we're on track to killing him. Come on. And there we go. Drop a lot of good stuff. And as you get higher up in level, they'll drop even more. And we're about ready to level up. Okay, there we go. Got a new active skill, perfect. Okay, now we have 5 of our 6 slots open. Let's see, what do we get? Their hit freezes enemies. Breath of Heaven. Now my heal actually will do damage when I use it. That's really great. Cyclone Strike sounds like a decent one, but I already have a primary attack with Tempest and Exploding Palm. This just pulls the enemy close to me, so I don't really need it. Maybe I'll I'll keep Blinding Flash for right now, but I think I will swap that out at some point. Where the hell is that exit? Yep, so we got more company. Frozen. A very annoying attribute. They're going to put down these little ice bombs. You can see right there. If I'm still staying on them when they explode, it's going to do damage and freeze me. This is pretty much like one of the main pillars of hardcore mode. Die, there we go. Oh, gotta get away. Okay, we got him. try that weapon out in a second. Again, when there are a bunch of enemies close like this, I want to just focus on one so the exploding palm will do its job. Yeah, that was an upgrade. We'll put that in a second. Alright. Man, we are just getting everywhere in here, but we're not finding the way up. Let's see. Increase magic find. Lots of guys in here.
A vicious strike.
There we go. Thank you, exploding palm. Just wipe the whole room out. Lots of these guys.
Your flaws are revealed.
You can see my heal did some damage there. Alright. Ah, there's it. Way up. Finally. There we go. Now we just gotta clear this floor. It's a lot smaller than the first one. And then I think we will call it there. Another shrine. So this time I have to kill them all.
Feel the wrath of Yitar.
See what's happening here. Of course, more of these guys. Fortunately, our exploding palm can help minimize the ice to some extent. Good? No. We'll get a prompt when there's only 5 enemies left in the floor. Okay, more of you. Oh, we got more. Okay, again, I want to try to focus one down at a time, just so that my exploding palm will maximize damage. Cool the damn. Okay. More fire can be very annoying playing on the higher difficulties. Okay, come on. Alright, he's dead, but his minions are still around. Stop running. Alright, and we'll hit level 15, so our enchanters will get her first. Okay. Up. Did I hear another treasure goblin? Or just a skeleton's crackling. Or cackling, there we go. Yeah, that's just them laughing. Don't be laughing after they explode. And one more. Dead. Finally. A lot of good stuff. Got a new active skill. Rapid fire attacks that do more damage. Decent one. Let's see, lashing tail increases damage there. Dashing strike gets increased move speed. And that's it there. So her first two skills, she can either charm an enemy or summon a major blast. I'm going to go with the charm, because that will take an enemy out of combat and distract the other guys. That's good. Very good. Let's see, weapons. No, not as good. Alright. One final check of the blacksmith, and then I think I will wrap up this episode. We're moving pretty quickly. We're already at level 15. Again, once we hit like level 30, I think I'll bump up the difficulty.
With hello.
Okay. This stuff. And do we have anything good now? Level 13. Yeah, let's see if we can upgrade. Very nice. Again, due to how the loot scales based on rarity, rare items, or the yellows, will always be better than their blue ones, even if the blue is of the higher level. It takes a lot for a blue item to remain viable once you get a few levels above it. And if you find a legendary, that usually stays viable for a lot of levels. And, okay, another good one. Yeah, I'm just trying to get loot that's closer or at my current level. Because you can see that the values are getting higher. Well, here's a good example. Look at this. This level 10 shoulder pad on the left, it has a range for the dexterity stat of 12 to 17. The rare shoulders on the right, which is a level 15 loot table drop, has a range of 24 to 29. So obviously you can see that the loot is getting better as you get higher up. The range, the possible range is growing. And this is an important part of the allure of action RPGs, especially Diablo 3, in presenting you with more and more loot so you get more powerful, so you can kill more enemies, so you get more loot, etc., etc. So with this, I can easily, that's a no-brainer, I'm going to equip this onto me. And are there any other items I can trade? 9, 4, 7, 3. I think that, oh, I should get some new pants of this. Alright, yep, not bad. Of course, we salvage what we don't want. And here's a two-handed legendary I picked up with a previous character. Again, you can see the ranges for the stats are even higher compared to the rare ones. Let's see, anything? I can give myself that. Oh yeah, one last time I just want to check the shops for anything good, of course. Yeah, let's give that. Again, I'm just looking at the 3 main stats and seeing what they affect. No. And what do you have?
Demons and dead everywhere. Makes for great business.
Alright, we'll equip that. Might as well get some rings as well. Oh, wait. These items that raise your critical hit chance will become important once you get to the late game, or the end game, where it's really about critical hit damage and the chance you'll do a critical hit. But we're still pretty far away from worrying about that. Alright, one more shopkeep, and then that's all our checks.
Cooking and serving gruel ain't glorious, but these men can't fight and die on empty stomachs.
Nope, that's it. Alright. With that, I'm going to wrap up tonight's play. We've probably hit almost an hour and a half. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, hour 10. Wow, time is really going slow. But again, it could just be from playing this game too much. But I'll be back soon, probably with another play of Diablo 3 or some other game. There's always so many times you can play Diablo 3, and we still got a few months before Season 3 ends. So for those of you watching, thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me out a lot. And make sure to check out game-wisdom.com for posts and podcasts relating to game design and the industry. And if you would like to watch these videos live and comment on them or even chat with me, you can check this out on Twitch under my handle GWBicer. And make sure to go to our Patreon campaign and check that out, as I'm doing that to help secure some much needed monthly funding so that I can keep paying those bills and keep producing great content like this. And you can find the Patreon link or the Patreon page there under Game Wisdom. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you real soon.